These are instructions for setting a humane trap to catch a small dog or a cat. In this case, we are using a 42-inch trap from True Catch, and it would be appropriate for most cats and dogs under 30 pounds. The floor of the trap should be lined with a shirt that has the scent of the favorite person of the lost dog or cat. Make sure it's a shirt that you can live without, because if a raccoon gets locked in there with your shirt, the raccoon will tear it to a million pieces. For bait, you would normally use a can of cat food or tuna fish. You just open the can and leave it behind the trip plate and leave the food in the can so it's harder for a raccoon to steal the food. Make sure the trap has a picture of your dog on top, probably one of your flyers, and write on the flyer that people should not open the trap if your dog is inside. They should just call you. Also, if you come to the trap and find your own dog inside, it is very important that you do not open the trap, but you would just carry the whole trap to a car and then go home and open the trap in your garage at home or inside some enclosed space. Make sure that your flyer is on the top of the trap, not on the sides, and you want to be sure that it is taped down securely so it won't flutter in the breeze. This shows a small amount of inexpensive weather stripping that can be applied to the outer rails of the door to dampen the force of the door closing and keep it from bouncing. This is not critical, but it is helpful. Depending on where you are putting the trap, you may want to secure it to a tree or a post using a bicycle lock. To open the door to set the trap, you slide these rings up to the top of the door. Once the door is raised, you rotate this lever to a 90-degree angle so the two levers are resting on each other. Once the trap is set, try to rock it back and forth sideways to make sure that it won't tip when the dog steps inside, the dog or the cat. This is the back door where you could release a raccoon or a stray cat that you didn't mean to catch. You just pull this handle out, slide the door straight up, and you could tip it towards the center of the trap and it'll stay up on its own. You position the tuna fish or cat food right in the middle. At the back, you want it to be behind the trip plate so that when the dog steps on the trip plate, the dog or the cat, they'll have to reach all the way back to get the majority of the food. Be sure to test the trap by putting your finger on the trigger plate and pressing down to make sure that the door closes easily. Whenever you have a humane trap set, it's a good idea to have a camera watching it. In this case, we have a wireless camera set up, which is very handy. But you could use a cheaper wildlife camera as well. which would still give you good results. And you want to set your camera so that it's about 4 to 5 feet away from the trap and about a 45-degree angle to the opening and about a foot off the ground if possible. It's all right, hon. It's okay, hon. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.